Welcome to Hearts and Stripes, your one-stop shop for all things military marriage. I hope our discussions and interviews equip you with the tools to start or grow a beautiful marriage as we address the benefits and challenges of mil marriage. I believe life's most precious moments are worth celebrating, so I'll help you design your marriage blueprint in alignment with your core values. Thank you for joining us, and remember to rate, subscribe, and review. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hearts and Stripes podcast. This is your host, Bree Carroll, and I am so excited to be back with you. We took a little break as we were working behind the scenes, and as you can see, we've done a little renovating here. A new look, some fun things, but just in time to be discussing Military Marriage Day. I know you guys are excited, and Hearts and Stripes podcast is the official podcast for Military Marriage Day, the Armed Forces' newest holiday, celebrated annually on August the 14th. So I know we're talking about Military Marriage Day, which is our favorite holiday, but this episode is dropping just in time for the 4th of July. So for everyone out there who is celebrating, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. We are so grateful to celebrate a little differently here in the military community. The service that each and every one of our families endures and goes through, you know what, it adds to and this reminder of the independence that we have, that we all get to enjoy because of the sacrifice of a few. We are grateful. Thank you for your service. I know from one military family to another, it still means the same. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for being intentional about supporting your military marriage. If you are listening here, you know we're all about strengthening military marriages. So we are grateful that you are joining us here, that you're taking time, that you're investing in your relationship, that you're joining the conversation and the dialogue and getting resources, right, to support you and your spouse along this service journey. So today's episode is an exciting one. I did want to share a little bit about what is to come in this new season of Hearts and Stripes podcast, and we're kicking it off with a fun one. So you'll see here on the podcast, we love to highlight our mission partners, resources. We'll talk a little bit about that military marriage survey, and of course, we'll have heart to heart with some real talk about military marriages, celebrating those unique challenges, those ups and downs. We like to call it a roller coaster here, but we'll have all of that in episodes to come. So strap in and enjoy the ride. So for today's episode, I am excited that we're actually going to start with a mission partners of ours. Elle is joining us. She is the founder of Soldier Socks, and we are thrilled to have her. This is a concept actually that started in 2010, and it really came from her sending socks to her deployed friend. I will not steal her thunder as she shares the story, but I want you to lean in and hear about this fun brand that is supporting our service members. The best part and what really drew us to have them as a mission partner is their focus of sending socks over to not just our deployed members, but to our veterans. And there's a special announcement of how they will be supporting our Military Marriage Day. They are on track to donate 50,000 pairs this year. Let's hear from Elle of Soldier Socks. So today I am so excited. We have a very special guest who is joining us here on Hearts and Stripes podcast. And one of the things that I am excited to do in this season of Hearts and Stripes is really highlight those partners in our military community that we like to call Give Us a Hand Up. So Elle is joining us. Say hello to everyone. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your story in becoming this change agent, offering a hand up to this military community, and how you chose to serve.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elle Rueger. I am the founder of Soldier Socks. We are a sock company who donates a pair of socks to our troops and veterans every time a pair is sold. The concept of Soldier Socks began in 2010. We sent socks and care packages to a friend who was deployed. And upon his safe arrival home, all he talked about were the socks. And in his mind, they helped clear a bacterial infection he had on his foot at the time. He had it and it was persistent. And then when he got that good supply of socks, within 2 weeks, it cleared up. So the idea of Soldier Socks began then with the 1-for-1 model. We would donate a pair to troops every time a pair was sold. That was pretty much just a pipe dream that we talked about for several years, and had a big move from New Jersey to North Carolina. A lot of people don't know this, but North Carolina is the hosiery industry of the country. It used to be of the world, but a lot of factories shut down after things started getting moved overseas.
Wow. Yeah.
But as far as the biggest concentration of mills and hosiery factories here, North Carolina would be the number one spot. So we moved here, and this was still something that was nagging in the back of our minds. Is this a business that we would like to try to leap into? And we were here, and it was just our sign that we have all these factories at our disposal. It's time to start searching and start the process. And that was 2015. So after a year and a half of research and development, we officially launched 2017.
That is exciting. And I love how it all started from just a kind gesture, right? Mm-hmm. It was just you being thoughtful to a friend, and you didn't even know the impact that would happen on the other end of that. Nonetheless, like turning it into a whole company. So that is really, really exciting. And I think that's one of the things that why I love to have just conversations like this. These big ideas and these big visions start from just wanting to help people. Like a lot of people know the background here at Hearts and Stripes podcast. It really just started after I saw a lot of our military friends and what I would call family separate and get divorced and go through the challenges of military life and not make it through together, or even have the resources to do so. So it just starts with that one kind gesture, and then it turns into this bigger thing, which we're so excited to have in this community. Because like you said, you thought you were just like sending a kind gesture, and it turned into like, no, it really helped my health and well-being. So I think that is amazing to hear and to see that story. I guess my next question is, I'd love to hear, what is your favorite moment with Soldier Socks? I'm sure you have several different moments as you give and as you donate. What is one of your favorite moments?
Oh my goodness, this is hard. Can I give you a couple?
Yeah, you can. Make it fast. Definitely. We've got time.
Came to mind. Probably one of my first moments was during Fleet Week in New York City. We were like, all right, we're going to just roll suitcases through the city with socks in them. And we're going to find people on ships, some Navy shipmen, and hand them some socks. And so we did. It was the beginning of our business. No one had heard of us. We were trying to figure out a way to get donations out there because we didn't have deployment addresses to send to at the time. And so we were wheeling our little suitcases through Manhattan, handing out socks to everyone. The police were all around. They're like, what are you doing? What are you handing out? Yes. And then it was easy. Obviously, everyone was in uniform walking around the city. So it was easy to tell like who was who, but it was a really fun time. And I remember as a teenager, my family always made fun of me because I loved Fleet Week and I would always want to go into the city. They're like, well, you finally found a way to get into the city.
Yes, I love that.
Fleet Week. Yeah. So that was one of my first like early fun memories. And then probably another great memory is another give back moment we had at Fort Campbell. We had teamed up with a local gas station, Sun Service. We had sold our socks there. And so we teamed up with like Pepsi and Little Debbie. There were some big brands that partnered with us on this project. And it ran for about the whole summer. And we had about 2,000 pairs of socks we had sold through those gas stations that we then needed an avenue to donate. So Fort Campbell was where we went. And we had a huge event for all the families to come to. Pepsi and Little Debbie donated like drinks and snacks, and all the kids were able to come. Santa was there. It was Christmas time, so Santa was there. They got to have their picture with him and tell him what they wanted for Christmas. And it was just a really sweet experience for the whole family that we were so honored just to be a part of. We had our design a sock contest there where the kids got to color in the sock. And we took one of those designs that we basically had like a social media voting experience, and the design that won, we turned it into a real sock. And now to this day, we still have it to support our troops, designed by a 12-year-old daughter of a soldier at Fort Campbell. And a percentage of those proceeds is donated to Folds of Honor too. So
I love that. Those are two really amazing stories. One, I love that you were always trying to get to Fleet Week, right? To see all the things, because those are really big moments. And I love how even the local communities in those areas, they get to take part and kind of see our military and service members just return and come home or take a break and decompress, have a little fun before they continue the mission. And I love how you turn that moment into something really purposeful to get the message out there, to give those donations out there. And then the second story, of course, I'm trying to get on board just like the little girl. Maybe we can even tinker with designing our own military marriage day sock set. Who knows? Right. So maybe we'll look at doing a competition. If you guys want to do something like that, let us know. We would love to get your submissions and hear your thoughts. But I also love that because it's another opportunity to give back. And I think that's what is really special about Soldier Socks. You're teaming up with big brands to just create moments for these families to come together. And now this little girl's image will live on in history as being a beautiful design that has meaning, that has purpose, that she can point to and say, look, this is what the kindness of others has brought us, and how I'm being acknowledged even as being a military child, which is crucial for any family. So I absolutely love those moments. And I can't wait for people to kind of learn more and dig into Soldier Socks. I know you have a couple of pairs there. If you wouldn't mind showing some off, tell us a little bit more about the product itself and about your process in getting those donations to whether it's deployed members or members who are stateside.
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, we toured all those North Carolina factories. It was very important for us to have our products 100% made here in the USA. And we do have all of our factories here in North Carolina. And this is one of our fashion crew socks, perfect for 4th of July coming up.
Love it.
Your patriotic style off. And all of our socks are made with premium fiber content. So whether it be ultrasound polyester, which is a good moisture wicking property, or merino wool, which a lot of people, they know good socks, they love the merino wool. So they're very high quality, high premium yarns that we use in them. And then this is our Thomas sock. This is our very first sock. We spent 1.5 years on research and development. It has an extended crew length, fully cushioned. We would design this for the military boot. Super reinforced heel and toe. These things, people have been wearing them for 4 years now and still don't have a hole in them.
Love it.
We sell it as a 2-pack. So the same exact style that we sell is the same style that is donated to our troops. No substitution, no lesser quality. When we do send our donations out, there's a little tag on here. This just says, it says socks donated to our troops to let the purchaser know. When the donations go out, there's a different tag and it says the name and the city and state of the person who purchased, so that when the service member receives those socks, they know who made that donation possible. So when we donate in the name of the person who purchased. As far as how we get our donations out, we have a couple of different avenues. We work with several nonprofits who send out care packages to service members. We have a direct message on our website that people can request donations through. Now that we've expanded our mission to include veterans, we donate to VFWs, to VA hospitals, to American Legions. There's a big veteran event where a lot of veterans are gathering. We're glad to donate donations to them as well. And we are going to have some donations coming to you guys for your military marriage day, which is amazing. I'm so
excited. I am so excited about that. And I love that you give those donations in the name of those who have purchased. So for those who are listening, if you have friends or family members who's looking for a great way to give back, they can purchase their own sock and then know that there will be another sock that will go out and support those who are deployed, with something that's really going to support them. And I mean, especially the long hours that our service members have, with so much uncertainty going on right now, that small gesture of giving them something that supports them being on their feet for those long hours throughout that mission tempo that fluctuates. This is really something that, even though it seems simple, right, really can make a difference for someone else. So this is a highly recommended gift item, but I am so excited to be partnering with Soldier Socks. Special announcement right here on Hearts and Stripes podcast that we will actually be giving away some of these pairs, maybe some couples pairs even, during our Military Marriage Day celebration. So look out for ways that you can enter to get your hands on a pair of these Soldier Socks. And then if you have a maybe your squadron or their troop or their unit is deployed and you would like to send some of those donations overseas, we'll have the details of how you can do that in the show notes. That way you can send maybe a larger order to support multiple members during this time frame as well. So we are so excited. Thank you for thinking of us, these military couples and military families, because even these small gestures are meaningful, and it really does help keep our community growing strong. That is the theme of our 2022 Military Marriage Day celebration. It's all about growth. And as couples in military marriage, in service life, we can't grow without the support of others, right? So thank you so much for thinking of this community, for giving in this way, and for having this homegrown, US-made product that can support so many troops.
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity and for bringing this to my attention, because I can see the need for your mission as well. And I know that you're doing amazing things, and really the ripple effect that this will have in other aspects of service members' lives is going to be amazing. So just honored to take part.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So now we are at my favorite part of the episode. It is our heart tracks. Everyone, you can follow the full playlist of our heart tracks on Spotify. So that's heart tracks on Spotify. You can check it out. There's a link in the show notes so that you can follow. Elle, you are in the hot seat. We want to know what your heart track is for this episode of Hearts and Stripes podcast.
I'm going to say mine is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Oh, yes.
I love that song. It always gets me pumped up every single time it comes on. I've never been around another person it doesn't pump up when it comes on and we all start singing it. And it's just got such a great message, just keep on keeping on. So
yes. And I love that. And you can definitely keep on keeping on in your Soldier Socks. We are super excited to have that as our heart track for this episode. It is a classic, Don't Stop Believing. And we just want to encourage you here at Hearts and Stripes podcast. Don't stop believing in your military marriage. The mission here is to stay mil marriage strong. Thank you for being here, to invest in your own marriage, to hear a little bit from our mission partners, Soldier Socks. We are super grateful for this celebration, which is very soon, August the 14th, Military Marriage Day. Stay tuned for more. And thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, everybody, what did I tell you? Elle is amazing, and the mission behind Soldier Socks is one that I really do appreciate. We are grateful to have them as a mission partner. But let me just share a takeaway that I had from this conversation, and that is to give, to do something charitably. We absolutely love this concept here and how it started with just giving a friend a simple pair of socks, and it bloomed into something beautiful. Well, let me encourage you to take that lesson and transfer it to your military marriage, because I definitely have personally seen how giving in your relationship really can make something blossom and bloom. So take a couple of seconds, think about maybe one way you can do something charitable, give in some way. Maybe that's of your time. Maybe it's a special gift. If you're into the love language and you know what your spouse's love language is, tap into that and think about how you can give and communicate their love language today so that it can blossom and bloom into something amazing. Maybe not soldier socks, but maybe it'll blossom and bloom and keep the momentum going of being Mill Marriage Strong. You know, the theme here for Military Marriage Day 2022 is all about growth. So stay tuned as we continue to dive into different ways that you can grow your mill marriage. So stay tuned for our next episode of Hearts and Stripes podcast. Be sure to follow us and everything that is going on for Military Marriage Day at www.militarymarriageday.com and connect with us on social media at Military Marriage Day. We'll see y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to rate, subscribe, and review. This is Hearts and Stripes. We are the few, the proud, that aim high and are forged by love. Always ready, always there. We are Mill Marriage Strong.